My name is Baba Kafense Chike, aka Dr. Chike. This is the Black in the Day in the 313 segment, an Afrocentric perspective on African and African American history in Detroit, when and where it may occur. Today is November the 20th, and it's 2017. And I just want to let the viewing audience know I got Facebook going live, but something's happening with the camera. I don't know if you can see me or not. I have a black screen. I'll try to fix that at some point. Anyhow, I'm wearing my Celebrate Kwanzaa sweatshirt, trying to get an early start as we approach the holiday season. Everyone knows that Thanksgiving is coming up in just a couple of days. And even though many of us more appropriate call it Thanks-taking, because we know when the Native Americans, the indigenous people of this land, were here and the Europeans came, the Europeans couldn't even survive. They didn't even know how to weather the storm or to mitigate or navigate the terrain here. And the indigenous people of this land extended themselves in a very humane way to assist these invaders and conquerors coming in. Mama and Zena, can you see me? Because I can't see anything on the screen. I do see that your name popped up. So let me just hit me back with a text on the Facebook letting me know whether or not you can see me, because I can't see anything on my screen. Anyhow, as we approach Thanks-taking, I just want to ask the audience, in the spirit of our Africanness and our humanness, let this spirit be for us a time that we give thanks. So if any point in time in the program we ask you to call in and share something that maybe you're thankful for. Again, today is November the 20th, and I see you by my nephew, Brother G. This is the Get Up Stand Up Show with Minister Melisha Baz. I'm Baba Kafense Chike. You're viewing us on TV 33 WHPR, broadcasting live from Highland Park, Michigan. We're available also live streaming at www.tv33whpr via the Android app, available at the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. You can also view us via Google TV, the Roku box, and Comcast Channel 91. Tune in, turn on, view us, listen, call in, and share your perspective as we look at historical moments in Black Detroit and other key events and occurrences that are occurring amongst our people. In keeping with our tradition, we'd like to take a moment of silence for the African ancestors, those that have gone before us, who paved the way, those that lived their lives in a way to make life better for Black people, for African people, and in some cases even gave their lives or lost their lives in the spirit or in the actual work of working to make life better for our people. So we take a moment of silence. We say Asante Sana, thank you very much. This is Black in the Day at 313. A couple of announcements to start us out before we get into the Ken Coleman on this day in African American Detroit. I have two guests. I had two guests invited today. I'm not sure if the second guest is going to come, but we will have in studio briefly in a few minutes Detroit writer, author, filmmaker Lamont T. Jenkins, who will share with us some of his past work and some of the current work that he's working on. Also, as we get into the program, I'd like to just give a couple of shout-outs to a couple of people that are very important to me. And I'd like to say happy birthday to my Auntie Joan, whose birthday was 2 days ago. Very close aunt, like a big sister, actually. Happy birthday, Auntie Joan, if you're watching. And in fact, we say Kuzaliwa Kwa Faraha. We love you so much, and that's happy birthday in Kiswahili. I also like to mention or give a shout out of happy birthday in memorial to my mother, Brenda Ann Redmond Gooden, who was born in 1941. Her birthday will be coming up this Friday, 11/24. Brenda Ann Redmond Gooden was born 11/24/1941, and she made her transition into the ancestor realm in 2005. And very proud woman, course, I was her firstborn, I'm proud to say. And I have 3 other siblings, David, Lawrence, and Gooden. David, Lawrence, and Laura. And again, I just like to remember my mom as we approach her birthday. A couple of announcements, and I urge you to go out to the Charles Wright Museum, which is on East Warren, approximately 2 blocks east of Woodward Avenue. Upcoming events, they had a very powerful event this Saturday with Dr. Molefe Asante, African American Studies scholar, writer, author, activist, Black Studies activist. He did a brief lecture and book signing on the state of the African World Revolution. He has a new book out called Revolutionary Pedagogy. If you weren't able to be there in the house, we urge you to go to the Charles Wright Museum website, check their archives, and you can see that video and other past programs there as well. If you were there and you want to call in and share what your experiences were, please, you can call in. You can reach us at 313-868-0342. As you see that, for those that are viewing from television, you can see that the number has popped up on the screen. And you should see that wherever you are viewing us from visually, whether it's through the app, the internet, or television. Upcoming events at the Charles Wright Museum: the Brown Bag Weekly Film Series, Black Indians, An American Story, and that's Tuesday, November the 21st, tomorrow, 2017, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also, in the spirit of Ujamaa, which was just discussed in some degree of detail with Baba Malik Yakini and the forthcoming food co-op that will be coming to Detroit, in the spirit of Ujamaa, cooperative economics, this Friday, Black Friday Marketplace, this Friday, 11/24, November the 24th, 2017, and there will be a marketplace at the Charles Wright Museum from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. There will be arts and crafts, children's workshops, a Black Friday tour filmed by Rick Mathis and a panel discussion, and Al Noor Children's African Dance Troupe will be performing. Again, that's this Friday, which is Black Friday. And interestingly, we had a concept in Detroit some years ago that we called Black Friday, where it wasn't about putting the corporate entities in the black as opposed to the red, where the collective Black nationalist community in Detroit used to charter buses, and they organized tours to take people shopping at black businesses that had been identified. And that effort was reenacted, but another version of that this week is Black Friday Marketplace at the Charles Wright Museum. Also, the Charles Wright Museum, Meet the Scientists, Saturday. The Charles Wright Museum presents the science of drones with Detroit High School student Miles Friesen, and that's Saturday, November the 25th at 2 p.m. Going into King Coleman's on this day, African American Life in Detroit. On November the 21st, and first I still at the births, in 1904, James Francis Marion Jones, a.k.a., and I'm sure there's somebody in the audience that remembers this person, I remember him well, also known as Prophet Jones, was born in Birmingham, Alabama. He became an internationally known, charismatic, and flamboyant leader. He founded the Church of Universal Triumph, the Dominion of God's Inc. in 1938. He claimed to have as many as 6 million followers. He was once featured in Life magazine in a multi-page spread. Prophet Jones made his transition August the 12th, 1971. The funeral was held at the Stevenson Building, and I'm not sure, but I think that is New Light Baptist Church. I know at some point New Light had taken over that building. It's right around Stopo and Grand River. The funeral was held at the Stevenson Building. There were over 15,000 mourners that turned out to view his body, and over 2,000 people attended the homegoing. And there's one thing I neglected to announce, and that is 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Anonymous cash rewards. Cash rewards up to $2,500. And the focus for today and always until we bring in the murderers, till we find these people that are shooting our people down. Andre Holloway, murdered. Andre Holloway, 34, was killed Saturday, March 25th, 2017 on Detroit's east side. Andre was walking westbound on Lappin at Rowe Street when he was approached by unknown individuals who fired shots at him. To submit a tip, of course, it's done anonymously. You can call 1-800-SPEAK-UP. That's 1-800-773-2587. Again, this is Crime Stoppers trying to find the murderer of Andre Holloway, who was 34 years old, who killed this year, March 25th, in 2017. You can call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP, 1-800-773-2587. And the web address is www.1800speakup, that's all one word, .org. Back to our Black in the on this day, African American history in Detroit. 1922, William Emmett Lawson was born in Detroit. Lawson co-founded the Cotillion Club, which was comprised of young business and civic-minded black professionals. He also established the first successful voter registration week. Lawson was also a founding member of the Optometric Institute and Clinic of Detroit, which serves the underprivileged. 1944, on 11/24, Dave Bing was born in Washington, D.C. Bing was also an All-American college basketball star at Syracuse University. He was drafted by the Detroit Pistons and made his debut with the team. In October of 1966. After a professional basketball career which lasted 12 years, Bing began a career as a businessman. He became mayor of Detroit in May of 2009. And again, I just want to check and see for the people that are viewing on Facebook, if you can see me, send me a sign, some kind of way. Okay. November 26, 1906, Detroit community activist and politician Daisy Elliott was born in Filbert, West Virginia. She served as an elected member of the Michigan Constitutional Convention during the years of 1961 and 1962. She also later served in the Michigan House of Representatives from 1963 to 1978 and 1981 until 1982. She was also known for co-sponsoring the Elliott-Larsen Civil Rights Act of 1976. This was an act to define civil rights to prohibit discriminatory practices, policies, and customs in the exercise of those rights based upon religion, race, color, national origins, age, sex. Customs in the exercise of those rights based upon religion, race, color, national origin, age, sex, height, weight, familial status, or marital status, to preserve the confidentiality of records regarding arrest, detention, or other dispositions in which a conviction does not resort, to prescribe the powers and duties of the Civil Rights Commission and the Department of Civil Rights, to provide remedies and penalties, to provide for fees, and to repeal certain acts and parts of acts. Deaths for this week. 2017, former Detroiter entertainer Della Reese, Mama Della Reese, made her transition, and that was today, to the ancestor realm. Miss Reese was born in Detroit in 1931, and she lived in Black Bottom, a neighborhood that so many of us that know Detroit's history are so proud to claim as our own, because it was rich, not just with the soil, they say, but rich with talent, with intellectuals, with scholars, with athletes, the wealth of the black community in Detroit, which in most cases were people that had migrated from the South. Della Reese was an American nightclub, jazz, gospel, and pop singer, film and television actress, a one-time talk show host, and an ordained minister whose career spanned 6 decades. She's very affectionately known for her scene in Harlem Nights where she says, "He shot me in my pinky toe." And they've been playing that all over the news for this today. And also, of course, she is also more affectionately known for her role in the television show Touched by an Angel. We're up against a break. Real quickly, November the 21st, longtime event promoter and booking agent from Paradise Valley in the 1930s and 40s, Rollo S. Vest made his transition to the ancestral realm at 60 years old. Vest, who was a major event promoter in Black Detroit's entertainment district, hosted a contest in which the Detroit Tribune, which was an early Black Detroit paper during the earlier part of the 20th century, the readers of the Detroit Tribune in this contest, which he hosted or convened in the contest, and this is through this contest is how they came up with the name for Paradise Valley. 11/21/2004, Mama K. Everett. Okay, we'll do this. How long is the commercial break? Okay. All right. I hope this thing is important.
Yeah, it was. I think it's still like that a little bit. At least in the mornings when I look out, you know, and, well, the women that were out there trying to pick them up to go on a job, to do a job site, but it still seems like there's a little bit more there.
Yeah, it's taking us a long time to start.
The whole quality of all this.
I see that good show.